Executive Secretary, ANS PHCDA, Pharmacist Utain Thurs PHSCS. PPSSC Chair Professor Ike Dugo charges ICT teachers to live up to expectations. UK trains 35 NVLEA officers, and from the foreign team, France bans recreational use of TikTok for security reasons. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. Good morning. Welcome to the Breakfast News on EBS Television. I am Priska Wanko. In keeping to his promises of being accountable to the Anambra as the chief servant of the state, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has given an account of the stewardship and presented what the people of the state should expect from his government going forward. In doing that, the governor commended the Anambra for their support while pointing key actions taken towards achieving security, law and order, infrastructure and economic transformation, digitization of the economy of the state, among others. Government House correspondent Valentine Badaha has the details.
He captured achievements on agriculture, health, transportation, entertainment and leisure, education, youth empowerment, and explained the agenda to perfect all the sectors, assuring of prudence and to remain accountable while managing the resources of Anambra. He harped on the need for public-community-private partnership to be activated effectively, and as well the need for Anambra to support the transformation through payment of taxes and being law-abiding. Governor Soludo promised to do his possible best to fulfill his promises to Anambra, assuring that there will be no excuses.
But it's not enough. Even though there are no crimes in society anymore, we want our goal is still for insecurity and criminality. We told those in the book, come on, we give you skills to start a new life. Thousands of skills to use our internet. The 0.01% of the schools cannot define who we are. The other 99.99%, and I can see some of the youth around the current who are receiving the skills and will look at
The chairman of the occasion, Chief Emmanuel Iwanyangu, in his opening remark commended the resilience and dedication of Governor Soludo, adding that Anambra is blessed to have him at this time.
When we voted for him to be governor, there was jubilation, not only here in Anambra, but all over the land. Anambra, I want to let you know that in another sense, this entire people of Anambra, Anambra should be very proud and very well.
The event attracted the high and mighty in Anambra State and Nigeria, captains of industry, including the former president of Nigeria, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, the deputy governor, Dr. Onyekachukwu Ibezim, the speaker, Anambra State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Uchenna Okafor, deputy speaker, Right Honorable Pascal Abodike, former governor of Anambra State, Mr. Peter Obi, Prince Ato Eze, Chief Emeka Ofo, Chief Austin Ogwejofo, Iyom Bianca Ojukwu, and Chief Ebuka Onuko. Others were the traditional rulers, led by the traditional ruler of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Achebe, president of Ohaneze Ndibo, Anambra State Chapter, Chief Emeka Udodeme, lawmakers both at the federal and state levels, among others. A short documentary on Governor Soludo's achievements were projected to climax the event held at the International Convention Center, Awka.
The Anambra State Governor has signed a memorandum of understanding with the Enugu Electricity Distribution Company, EEDC. Again, Government House correspondent Valentine Baduha has the details.
The MOU is geared towards ensuring steady and affordable power supply in the state to encourage industrialization, small businesses, and general well-being of the people. Speaking during the event held at the Executive Chamber, Government House, Awka, Governor Soludo said that the target is 24/7 power supply in Anambra State. He said that power is very critical to the development of the state as it plays major role in all sectors ranging from industrialization, health, education, technology, commerce, transportation, among others. The governor noted that with the huge investment in the power sector, more jobs will be created and more revenue will be generated for the achievement of a common goal, which is a livable and prosperous Anambra State. Governor Soludo said that execution committee will be formed immediately for speedy implementation.
This is a very, very auspicious event, and I want to believe that all the parties involved will work expeditiously hard at it. Because for me, it's execution, execution, execution.
The chairman, Anambra State Power Committee, Engineer Chike Okonkwo, and the managing director, EEDC, Engineer Raven Korogade, in their separate remarks, said that the partnership is the beginning of the milestone that will be recorded in the power sector in the state. They called on the people to be cooperative to enable them deliver quality, effective, and efficient services to the people. Sir Emeka Ofo, Chairman EEDC, on his part, expressed happiness contributing to the development of the state and commended Governor Soludo for his commitment towards transforming Anambra State to become livable and prosperous.
History is going to be made today. We will make sure that in the next 18 months, we will give major cities in Anambra will be getting between 18 hours to 24 hours.
Lady Ada Chukwudozie, Chairman, Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, Southeast, covering Anambra, Enugu, and Ebonyi states, in a vote of thanks, said the move will improve the ease of doing business and will make Anambra the first choice of every investment.
It means prosperity for the state, and it also means that people in the state will be more comfortable, and that is one of the enablers of doing business in a state or in an economy.
The event attracted critical stakeholders and top government functionaries, including Senator Ken Nnamani, Dr. ABC Ojako, Chief Ebuka Onunkwo, the Chief of Staff to the government, Mr. Ernest Ezaji, Commissioner for Power and Water Resources, Engineer Julius Chukwuemeka, MD, Water Resources, Anambra State, Chief Ikobi Ejiofor, among others. Official signing of the MOU by the parties involved climaxed the event.
The Executive Secretary, Anambra State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, pharmacist Chisom Ucheng, says Governor Chukwuma Soludo is determined to give the Anambra accessible and adequate healthcare system. Pharmacist Ucheng made this known at Primary Health Center, Isofia, Agwata local government area, during her tour of PHCs in the state. Health correspondent Chibuzo Okoye reports.
Speaking during the facility tour, pharmacist Uchem said that the tour became imperative for her to have a first-hand information about the PHCs in Anambra State as the new executive secretary. The executive secretary who said that Governor Soludo is determined to give the Anambra affordable, accessible, and adequate healthcare system maintained that findings from the tour will help the agency to perform better and urged the Anambra to always safeguard the PHCs in their various communities. She further called on their workers at the various facilities to be responsive and diligent in their work in order to serve the residents better.
Right now we have seen for ourselves firsthand not what we were told or what was in the paper. Today I was able to go to 4 facilities and got first-hand information on the services rendered by our people. The facilities are up and running. So I want to thank everyone who has been part of this tour, especially the working governor, Mr. Governor Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, for giving us the support and, getting his back in this tour that we are making. And we are very grateful that soon all the impact of this video will be felt by everybody in Anambra State.
A stakeholder in Isuofia, Mr. Boniface Okafor, appealed to the agency to help them reposition the facility for it to be working optimally as it used to be when it was established. The executive secretary later paid a courtesy call on the traditional ruler of Isofia, Igwe Lieutenant Colonel C.A.O. Moalo, retired, where she explained the functions of the agency to the monarch. Igwe Moalo commended pharmacist Uchem and her team for doing a great job and prayed God to sustain them, as well as the Anambra State government.
Because you people, all of you, individually, collectively, so the mayor where do possible. Guys, wait to Anaga.
The team also visited Ozala Primary Healthcare Center, Community Primary Healthcare Center, Umweze, and the Husigo Primary Healthcare Center, all in Isofia. From Isofia, Agwata local government area, this is Chibuzo Koye for ABS News.
The chairman of Post-Primary School Service Commission, PPSSC, Oka, Professor Nkechi Ikedugu, has charged the Information and Communication Technology ICT teachers to push the state forward in all that concerns ICT. The chairman gave the charge during a workshop organized for ICT teachers at Igwebike Grammar School, Oka. Details on this story from here.
While addressing the challenges facing the ICT department in secondary schools in Anambra State, Professor Ikedugu stressed the need for the ICT teachers to avail themselves of the new programs like robotics, edu programs, and tasked them to develop new packages that will elevate the status of the education sector. She promised that the present administration of Governor Chukwuma Soludo is passionate about ICT and will give listening ears to their pleas. Earlier, the president of the ICT Teachers Association, Mr. Chuka Olise, mentioned their challenges to include lack of ICT laboratories in schools, lack of facilities like projectors, laptops, internet service providers, generators, fueling, uniform curriculum, security, capacity building, among others. In her speech, the secretary, PPSSC, Mrs. Benedine Anago, urged the ICT teachers to strive to be abreast with the new programs in ICT. Contributing, the Director of Science and Tech Department, Mrs. Ebele Okudo, emphasized the use of NECO syllables for those teaching in technical schools and WASC syllables for those teaching in secondary schools for uniformity in teaching. In a vote of thanks, Mrs. Nwaneka Chukwumezie, one of the ICT teachers, thanked the chairman for convening the meeting and pledged on behalf of their association that they would deliver.
The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, has ended its 5-day medical outreach in communities ravaged by the 2022 flooding in Anambra State. Speaking on behalf of the community during the grand finale of the program at the Umuobanam Primary Health Center, PHC, in Anambra East Local Government Area of the state, the officer in charge of the center, Mrs. Patience Okoye, hailed UNICEF for its assistance to the community. The outreach program, which was sponsored through Swedish International Development Cooperation Agency, SIDA, and Central Emergency Relief Fund, CEF, according to Mrs. Okoye, involved immunization of children and administration of COVID-19 vaccine to adults, especially women. Mrs. Okoye noted that UNICEF introduced several things, including distribution of plauses, such as biscuits, soaps, and noodles that made the outreach program attractive to the people, and identified power supply to store the vaccines as part of the challenges they were facing, and requested UNICEF to assist in that respect by providing them with solar energy power supply to enable them to keep their vaccines in a healthy state. Also speaking, Mr. Edwin Anekwe, the Works Development Chairman, held the health workers in the PHC, especially Mrs. Patience Okoye, will be described as down-to-earth and accommodating person, which he said made the 5-day outreach program seamless and successful. Mr. Anekwe implored UNICEF and other donor agencies to assist the PHC with a borehole to assist in the areas of water sanitation. The United Kingdom Home Office International Operations, HOIO, has trained 35 officers of the Marine Command and Seaport Operations of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NVLEA, in diverse areas in recent weeks. Key areas covered far include boat handling, weapons handling, riverine operations, boarding and vessel search, among many others. Spokesman of the agency, Femi Babafemi, who disclosed this in a statement, said 5 people are currently undergoing a 2-week maritime patrol and tactical coxswain training by the UK Central Maritime Training Units based in Southampton. He said the trainings, according to the HOIO, are to enhance the border control capabilities of the NVLEA by providing specialized training, mentoring, and advanced drug detection equipment. The statement reads that some of the trainings have been facilitated by the British military, Nigerian Navy, and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, under the Global Maritime Crime Program, GMCP. France has banned the recreational use of TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and other apps on government employees' phones because of concerns about insufficient data security measures. The Ministry of Public Sector Transformation and the Civil Service said the ban is to come into force immediately. The Minister of Public Sector Transformation and also the Civil Service, the Minister of Transformation and the Civil Service, Stanislas Guerini, said in order to guarantee the cybersecurity of the administrations and civil servants, the government has decided to ban recreational applications such as TikTok and the professional phones of civil servants. He added that for several weeks, several of France's European and international partners have adopted measures to restrict or ban the downloading and installation of or the use of the Chinese-owned video sharing app TikTok by their administrations. Mr. Guerini said recreational applications do not have sufficient levels of cybersecurity and data protection in order to be deployed on administration's equipment, adding that exemptions can be given for professional reasons such as institutional communication of an administration. The Interim Management Committee, IMC, of the Nigeria Professional Football League, NPFL, has challenged clubs in the competition to approach the last half of the 2022-23 season with the highest standards of excellence and adherence to the rules and regulations of the league. IMC Chairman Benga Aleweleye has said the clubs are expected to return to action with match day fixtures across scheduled venues. The headline fixture on the resumption day is in Aba, where former champions Enyimba will host Group A leaders Bendel Insurance. He assured the clubs of fairness on match officiating and application of the rules by the IMC to ensure that the best clubs emerge for the playoff, while also commending fans for staying loyal to their clubs and interests in the NPFL. The IMC chairman urged them to always exhibit the spirit of sportsmanship and eschew tendencies that will bring the game to disrepute. Here is a public service announcement. This is to inform the general public and in particular Anambra indigents that the sales of scratch cards or common entrance examination into Air Force Military School and Air Force Girls Military School JURS for the 2023 to 2024 academic session has commenced. Prospective candidates are to purchase their scratch card and pass examination booklet at a cost of 1,500 naira and 500 naira respectively, and use the information in the card to complete the online registration from on or before the 2nd of April 2023. For purchase of the scratch cards and pass examination booklets, please contact the Protocol Unit, Office of the Secretary to the State Government, Command House, Oka. Announcer, Professor Sulu Chukulobelo, Secretary to the State Government. Remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS on many parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. Log into our website. It's www.absradiotv.com. To end the news this morning, a recap of the main points. New Executive Secretary ANSPHCDA, Mrs. Uchem, has third PHCS. PPSSC Chair, Professor Ike Diogo, has charged ICT teachers to live up to expectations. UK has trained 35 NVLEA officers. From the foreign scene, France has banned recreational use of TikTok for security reasons. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy, promotion of core Igbo values. Let's give him maximum support for the task ahead. That ends the breakfast news at this time on ABS Television. I am Priska Wangwo. Thanks for watching. Good morning and have a happy Sunday.